guys and girls. That's exactly what they look like this week. Yes. Got Benelli sitting over here, staying. See how well she does that. She's learning. She's maturing. Right there. Is that a pretty dog? Yes, it's a good girl. Laying there being nice. Whoop. Back up over there to the deer. I'm just going to walk over here and get a little closer look at the deer. There's the mama deer. Oh, that's her baby. Oh, there's her little baby. Her little baby's turned into a big deer. Look at that. I want to zoom in on that little child. Now, they are still eating sweet feed from Tractor Supply because we had a little problem getting the feed here because of the trucking company, the freight company. The little guy there's wanting to get in there and get him something to eat, or her something to eat. I think it's a little girl. But, you know what I see? Oh, yeah, he still got it. I was going to say, thinking that my man Forrest has lost his pretty little collar, but he hasn't. It's kind of tight. I need to look at that. Be kind of careful messing around with his neck, though. We had a little problem with the logistics company. The feed was ready. The South Fresh Feed got me 5 pallets of feed done and ready. Some fish food. Look at there. Yeah, a little sparring. We're not really getting into that yet. I've seen just a little bit. I haven't got any video of it. You got to be really ready when that happens. And since the feeder has been going off 3 or 4 times a day, that Texas Hunter feeder throws, you know, it's got a battery in it. It's got a solar charger, so the battery stays charged all the time. Don't have to worry about the battery running down. And it throws all the time because it's got that solar panel on it. But it's not throwing anything. It's just going off, and they'll get used to coming up there, and there's nothing there. And they learn that just like they learn their feed that comes out of there. Look at that guy right there. He's going to be good. Good already. And DC did not get all of that velvet rubbed off. A lot of it's got hard, but as he gets into some sparring and more rubbing during the winter, he should get rid of it. Maybe not. I think he had a problem with that last year. There's some that just sort of want to stay. Lucky number 13 is spectacular. Mr. Forrest, we get really close-up looks at him. But that's early in the week. There probably won't be any more changes in the antlers unless they break some off fighting, which we certainly hope doesn't happen. We've got good protein to the deer, and they really don't break their antlers quite as much down here as they do in some places. South Texas, as you get toward the end of the season, just about everything gets broken off. And don't really find a lot of sheds down there that's complete full set of sheds. Even little Whitey here out in the pen, little Whitey's broken one little tip off. And they haven't really got violent. Of course, little Whitey's going to be turned loose, trying to keep him in the pen as long as we can, but he's going to have to learn to live in the wild. So we had to go to Tractor Supply and buy another 8 or 10 bags of food and feed them, both the deer and the pen, as well as that get us by just another 2 or 3 days. We're scheduled to get those pallets of South Fresh in today. The deer probably wondering, what's the deal, Jimmy? What's the deal? But they kind of enjoy a little change in diet also. That's why they like things like carrots and apples and lettuce, and grapes and things like that as treats because they're different. Of course, these deer are running around free in the wild, so they get plenty of different food to eat. The little baby right there in the middle of those big bucks. Isn't that something? Look how pretty she is. She just turned into a deer. And I'm pretty sure she is a doe. We could probably see, you see some little bitty black spots right there on the top of her head. I don't know. Turn around just right, we might be able to see if it was a buck. Might be able to see a little bit of something. My tail cover it up, boss. Don't want you looking. But she probably is a little doe, and that's fine. We like to have a lot of does. We've got a real good percentage of buck to does. We'd like to have a lot of does as well as a lot of bucks. It's just awful nice to see all these big boys when they run together like they have been doing this year. Really a treat, a pleasure, enjoyment. Golly. But it's awful precious when you have new life come into the world. TC's got all that hanging up on the end of that antler right there. But early in the week. That's what happens. We might try to retrieve Benelli in the water off of the dock. We might try that before the week's out. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness, looky here. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. And as we look out there and see what we've got out the window, dining room window, we see, obviously we have turkeys, but we have much, much more than that. Look at this. Do I live in the wild or do I live in the wild? Look at all those bucks. Look at all those bucks. Keep going all the way over to the feeder. Tons of turkeys at the feeder. We have more and more turkeys coming around all the time. We're a little concerned about our turkey population just because turkey populations are down seemingly all over the nation. And yet we seem to be having more and more turkeys gather here at the house all the time. And if you think Jimmy loves it, you're right. You're right. Jimmy definitely loves it. Mr. Forrest can hear me talking through the window, I believe. Jimmy, this is Antler's videos, not Feather's videos. This is just an incredibly great morning. The only problem that we have right now is no rain. All the big rain that happened during Oklahoma when it was raining pretty much every day somewhere, we got a light running 3 or 4 tenths out of all of that, like maybe 3 tenths and then maybe 2 tenths and maybe 1 tenth, or we might have got a ½ inch out of the whole thing. Look at that gobbler running around. He's just like scattering the flock, isn't he? I think he's running everybody away from the food. He may be chasing girls, I don't know. Pretty much all girls in that bunch except for that one big gobbler. There's some baby turkeys in there too, you can see. And some jakes. Some jakes. Just a big bunch of wild turkeys. They're going crazy. It's the jakes having a big fight out there. If I was outside though, they wouldn't be doing it if they saw me out there, but it's pretty noisy. It all happened. It's pretty noisy out there. The deer just stopped to watch all the excitement. They're enjoying all the excitement. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Hot weather in September, late September, early October. It's upon us. This is just absolutely awesome. I'm not gonna make y'all sit and watch with me, but I gotta tell y'all, I'm gonna sit here and watch this a while, because to me, it just doesn't get any better. It just absolutely doesn't get any better. Goodness. Goodness, goodness. Look at those antlers. My, 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 my. My, 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 my. All right, we got 5 boys here this evening. Really beautiful. Mr. Forrest up here having to eat off the ground. He didn't like that. He likes to eat out of that scoop. He's eating off the ground. He just like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Out there, those 2 deer out there, same age as Forrest. I think both of them, one of them might be a year younger. That one there is the same age as Forrest. Probably has the same father. Not positive about that. And then there's my boy that's going to be something. There's no telling what he might be. He can keep his little fanny alive and not get killed or hurt out there. It's his second set of horns. That's a pretty nice, oh yeah, mix it up, guys. Come on. Wait till they fight over girls. They fight over food. It's not too serious a fight. But when they fight over girls, it's really serious. And Mr. TC, Thundercloud back there. Looking good this evening. Beautiful evening, dead calm. All the boys up here eating a little South Fresh deer food. Enjoying life. They're all friends still. As long as they're friends, I don't mind turning my back on them, but I really won't. But once they begin to not be buddies, I'm not going to be getting involved with them either. We're going to see some ferocious fights here pretty soon, probably. I get scared during those fights. I get to thinking they might think I'm an enemy. Whitetail deer kill people every year. It happens. I don't want to show you all that on YouTube. Well, what'd you see Jimmy get killed the other day? That was pretty cool. Except for Jimmy, he didn't think it was good at all. We have antlers in the prayer circle and antlers out there at a distance. Big antlers out there at the distance. Big bucks up close. Big elk out far. Look at that big bull. Look at that bull. His antlers are taller than my truck. Look at that. Here in the prayer circle is thundercloud. Grass is growing right now probably better than it has because we're having these cooler nights. Bermuda gets great late in the year, but right before it dies, seems like it's the best. Even with the sprinkler system here in the yard, grass just about burned up, but look at it out there now. Looking good. Looking good. Still have a few hummingbirds hanging around. Mr. Forrest and his beautiful rack. More deer. Another buck. Mornings are wonderful. Mornings are wonderful. Before I got infatuated with all the geese around on the other side, before I got infatuated with that, there was about 20 turkeys out here. So I walked out on this side of the house. They ran off out through the woods out there. They were already gone. I saw them way off out there. My, oh my, oh my. How blessed can one person be? Pretty blessed. Hello, Mr. Forrest. Hello, Mr. Forrest, buddy, huh? Hello, buddy. What you doing, huh? What are you doing? You see the carrot sack, huh? Oh, my goodness. Well, my goodness. My goodness. Says, I don't think I'll come over here. I saw a wild child and little whitey out here just a minute ago. You stay, Benelli. Stay, Benelli. Good. Look at here. Look at here. I walk out here in the yard. Look at what walks up here. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? He sees that I have some carrots in my hand. Hi, pal. You keep in a good mood, okay? You stay my buddy. You stay my buddy. All right, that's what you want right there. And I was actually going to go out here and see if a little wild child and a little whitey a minute ago were out there by the gate. And I was going to let them out here this morning. Early this morning, I did put them back in the middle of the night, about midnight. And wanted to let them out, let them run around during the day. It's a pretty day. All right, I'm gonna go see if I can find them. I don't want to turn my back on this big boy. Forrest was kind of getting a little mad at me that I wasn't giving him carrots. And got little whitey out. I don't know when the camera's running, when it wasn't. Better shut this gate. We'll have everybody out. It looks like that. Now the thing about, you can see that little whitey, that's his first horns, and you can see the difference in size in him. Some of the other bucks, all he's wanting to do is eat. And actually, Whitey, see the difference? He's a pretty good sized deer, little Whitey is, but he's a year younger than Lucky 13. He's 2 years younger. That's his first horns. That's his third. Forest, and to see how big Forest is. Lucky 13, you see that Lucky 13 is larger. And then over here, that deer there, which that's really not the deer that we've been calling No Name, I don't think. I think that deer is the same age as Forest. He's just showed up in the last few days. He's actually brand new to our set of antlers. Looking at his left side, we've talked about it. He probably is another son of Whitey, a brother by another mother, I would suspect. And of course we got little Whitey with his first set of horns, which are pretty doggone good. And we're gonna let him run around out here, and hopefully he doesn't get beat up and run off by some of the larger bucks. I'm gonna get him acclimated to the outside because he's gonna live outside this winter. And hopefully not get hurt too badly. He just doesn't like carrots much. Here, Rose has showed up over here. Whitey comes back. Forrest comes back. Forrest comes back over here because he sees that there's still carrots in the bag. But he gets impatient if you don't give him the carrots. He gets really impatient, and he wants to sort of get ugly with those antlers. He lowers that head. I'll tell you what, he lowers that head, and we don't want that happening. We do not want that happening. Here you go, here. Come on. Come here. Get over here. So Jimmy, look up here. Look how close. Look how close Lucky 13's got. This guy is just getting right in the camera. I mean, I'm zoomed all the way back, and I want to. Rose is coming over here, wants some carrots. I need to flat that gate back. This is where you can. This is where you can kind of get in a little trouble. You can get mad. Rose is inside, wanting a few carrots, and I'm wanting to give her some. But Forrest is here, and Forrest can get mad. Mad because of the food, and I don't want the big boy getting mad at me. Look at him. Lower that head, kind of in a little bit of a aggressive posture. Look off out there. I don't know. I'm just sort of pointing the camera that way. Feathered friends have shown up. Got some turkeys out there. What a morning. Look at all the bucks. Look at all the bucks. Mama deer, baby deer out there. Turkeys out there. Wild child is outside. Little Whitey is outside. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. What you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Just pointing the camera in that direction. There he is right there, yeah. I'll go cut up an apple for you, okay? Okay. I'll go cut up an apple for you. These are carrots, and you don't even like carrots. Here, you want one? No. This guy knows we still have carrots left. I got about 20 or 30 carrots left in the bag's all. He's getting a little aggressive there. I got my back turned on him, but I'm watching him through the camera. You know, and look at here. Here's the good thing. I told Benelli to stay. She's just 10 months old, but she's learning pretty good. I did all that fooling around with those deer out there. I don't know what she would do if Whitey got aggressive, and gotta really watch him. It's getting still not to the dangerous part yet. Still not dangerous yet, but it could get that way. It could get that way. The antlers can be weapons. Jimmy's got to be really, really careful.